Take notes, people, because Japan is very clearly taking notes. What basically just happened was Japan has sworn in their new prime minister, a female prime minister, which is great and all, but the most important thing is that she is pretty far right leaning. What does that mean? Well, it means that the Japanese people and their parliamentary system has spoken, and they're quite fed up with the recent immigration policies that have allowed lots of immigrants from all over the globe, really, to come into the country. They had some particular issues with India and I believe it was some African countries. They were trying to basically fill the gap left behind by labor. And so what ended up happening was there's a lot of these sectors. Obviously, Japan has a major population decline, which how do you fix that? Well, Shinzo Abe, former Japanese prime minister, believed it was encouraging reproduction, have sex. Literally, obviously, the fastest answer. But that didn't really happen too much. They haven't really reversed course too much. So a lot of the Japanese elite have assumed the answer, like most other Western countries, is to just import the third world and have them do the jobs. Now, Japan is known for a culture, a very homogenized culture. Their society is structured in a way in that things have been pretty decent. Now, let's not forget Imperial Japan, of course, pretty horrible what they did, but also kind of based, okay? The Japanese people have a very structured society where they are incredibly, incredibly respectful to each other, highly dignified culture. They get it. They've found a solution to a peaceful society, a kind society, and it's a pretty prosperous society. A lot of people want to live in Japan. But before I get too off track, there were these people that come from cultures totally incompatible. And it hits the hardest on the Japanese people because unlike somewhere in the US where you have a little bit of a melting pot, or even in Western Europe where there's at least these like communities and stuff like, Little China, Little Italy, you catch what I'm saying. So they don't have that in Japan. That doesn't exist. And so when these people arrived, it was a culture shock. And what the people immediately realized was this is not the answer to a population decline, a dwindling workforce. Need I say more? Like, this is in Japan. Like, I'm totally cool with people that aren't Japanese moving to Japan. Do not go to their streets and wave around your flags and shout your language and push your shit into their streets. That is so fucking heinous and disrespectful to the people who basically took you in. It would be like someone seeking refuge in your house and tearing down your flags, putting theirs up, and rearranging the furniture and emptying your cupboard and making only their kind of food. It is so incredibly disrespectful, and it's very, very, very heartwarming to see the Japanese people don't put up with it. So it is still a problem with their population, but the Japanese people have realized the answer is not importing the third world. It is not just rampant immigration. So, very positive note. Again, as I said, people, we need to take notes because Japan's taking notes. Their people didn't even put up with this for like more than 2 years. I didn't even know how long this immigration thing was going on, but it was so short. And she is already, as you could see, this is the head of the mass deportation or the immigration department. Very based, gonna take care of business. They don't mess around. They don't mess around. So, yeah, guys, awesome news. Definitely another win to add to what has been a pretty good winning streak globally.